Get into a deep focus on the education sector. The Ministry of Education has launched a nationwide initiative in junior schools to boost student enrollment in the STEM pathway at the senior secondary school level. As part of this effort, the Center for Mathematics, Science and Technology in Africa has rolled out a STEM outreach program aimed at inspiring students to embrace science subjects ahead of senior school selection and registration. However, as Brenda reports, the program has also revealed significant gaps in infrastructure that could hinder efforts to nurture interest in STEM fields.
The excitement in learners in these schools in Kajiado County is nearly tangible. For the first time since they started learning concepts in the sciences and technology field, they interact with what has only been an abstract theoretical concept in their ill-equipped classes.
Kuna vitu zenye tulikuwa tumefunzwa kwa darasa but hatukuwa tumefanya practically, but today tumezifanya practically and sikuwa nimefikiria kama hizi vitu ningezifanya practically, but they have helped us, wametusaidia mahali pakubwa sana.
She is not the only learner who hasn't stepped into a science laboratory or looked inside a computer since the implementation of CBC.
Like for example, in integrated science, we never look things in using light microscope, but today we have done it. And also, in pre-technical, we have seen central processing unit, and we have discussed so many things.
Today I've learned a lot of things, like how things works in human cells and plant cell. I have learned that the construction and the expansion of metal and how it may help us in future.
Their first chance came this week with the academic tours carried out by the Center for Mathematics, Science, Technology, Education in Africa, CBC. This interaction and intervention from the ministry comes as the learners prepare for senior school selection next term, where they are expected to choose either the STEM, social sciences, arts and sports science pathways for the secondary education.
60% of our junior school learners are supposed to go towards the STEM formation. Not only do we provide the opportunities in our secondary schools, in our senior schools for the 60%, but we also create the basis which is learner-based for them to aspire to participate in the STEM pathway in the senior school.
But even as they prepare for that inaugural transition to senior school, they are still grappling with the challenges that have plagued the implementation of the CBC curriculum, especially infrastructural shortcomings as exemplified in STEM.
Our emphasis is on how teachers will make the teaching more practical than theory. Because with the STEM, if it is not practical, and especially with the CBC, the expectation, where we need to go for interest of the learners, we need to check on abilities and the personalities. These are things we cannot check by teaching theoretically. We need to do practical work so that we are able to understand the abilities of learners.
And as this attempt to grab the attention of the CBC students continue, stakeholders are still waiting on the government to construct the promised laboratories in senior schools to accommodate those who will be taking that pathway. A total of 1,600 physical and 2,000 new virtual laboratories are to be set up where none exist. Brenda Wanga, Citizen TV.